Looking for a disc-bound campaign journal for your upcoming Pathfinder or Candela Obscura campaign? Then today's review of a couple of Cantrip Media's player journals is for you. Cantrip Media sent us a few of their notebooks to review. In a previous video, I reviewed their Dungeon Master Diary, and today I'll be reviewing the Traveler's Ambition Pathfinder 2e Player Notebook and the Luma Terra Character Notebook for Candela Obscura and Illuminated Worlds. I think my biggest complaint is the titles of these notebooks are just so long. Which is not a bad complaint. So let's start off with the Pathfinder notebook. First of all, I like that Cantrip Media has journals in this kind of like Art Nouveau, and that the interior art reflects that same style as the cover. It's not something you see a lot in campaign journals. It's also great to actually have something built for Pathfinder 2nd edition. A lot of player notebooks built for anything other than D&D tend to just be vague, but both of these player journals are clearly built around the specific system they are for. Now, you aren't going to need a separate character sheet as there is space for all of that info on the character pages. Although be aware there is only one copy of these pages in the notebook, so if you're in a campaign where your character could die, very likely, you may want to use pencil or pick up some extra character pages. Cantrip Media does sell some printable files of some of their pages, but I wasn't able to find the Pathfinder pages as downloadable printable files on their site. Maybe that's something they'll add at some point, as I know the Pathfinder notebooks are some of their newer products. Now, this notebook is absolutely fantastic if you were playing a spellcaster. There's an at-a-glance spread for spellcasting that has space for all of your prepared spells, basic spell stats like spell attack and DC that I know spellcasters are always like, oh shoot, where is that? I need that. And there's space to write out all of your spells, including how many actions they each take. Great to be able to look at that list when you are picking your spells for the day. Then you have a number of pages to write out the details of each spell, which means you won't have to carry around extra books for those detailed descriptions of the spells. However, this does mean that this may not be the best notebook for non-spellcasters, as that's 21 of the 128 pages you just won't be using. So just something to keep in mind. There are several people as well as location pages with enough room to jot down some basic info on both. Now, if you're someone who likes to take detailed notes about NPCs and locations, you'll need to add in some pages, which you can easily do as the discount-bound style allows for you to take pages out, rearrange them, as well as add more. Now, a significant amount of the notebook, 52 pages, are for session notes. There's a decent amount of space, but the layout just isn't my personal favorite. I like that it gives you a place to jot down locations, people, encounters, and treasures for that sessions, but I wish the summary wasn't crammed into the sidebar. I'd maybe have put that at the bottom of the second session notes page, so you could write more of like a paragraph rather than only having enough room for on each line for like a word or two. But again, that's just me. You might actually find this a really cool layout. I know they kind of said this is the layout that worked for the people in their game, so it obviously works. I do, however, really like that there's that quick notes area. This is a great place to be able to jot down things you want to keep track of, like during encounters, or just nice little reminders of like, oh, cool, picked up a potion. Next, we're going to jump into the Luma Terra Character Notebook for Candela Obscura and Illuminated Worlds. But first, a quick thanks to all of our patrons, especially Alicia. If you want to support our channel, subscribe, and then head over to our Patreon page where you can pick up some perks while directly supporting the creation of more videos. Okay, let's get back to the rest of this review. Now, I haven't played Candela Obscura, so there's some functionality that I won't necessarily be able to speak on, but I have played other investigation style games and seen enough about the system that I think I can give you a basic informed review. First, I absolutely love the design of this notebook. It's like this nice black, slightly gloss, slightly matte, but the foil look on it. Ooh, it's so pretty. There are also some Art Deco covers for D&D that have a very kind of similar vibe that I really like. And the interior just has this like very appropriate style, clear, bold words, font. That's the word I was looking for. Look at that. It's so pretty. So included in this, there are 5 character sheets, so you can actually play multiple characters with one notebook, plus 5 circle sheets and 5 illumination sheets. This notebook also includes 3 transparencies, unlike the Pathfinder, which only had 2. You have 2 for your character and then 1 for your circle. So that way you make sure those pages that you'll need to mark up basically every session will be reusable. Included are some location and notable persons sheets. I like the location snapshot. This is a nice place to be able to jot down any key details or stuff you want to easily reference about that location, which is super important in an investigation style game. Now, this notebook has a lot more room for notes than the Pathfinder one, which makes sense for an investigation style game, and I'm very glad to see that change. Again, it's the very clearly creating the notebook with the system in mind. The left side of the session notes has some clearly marked sections, which I think makes finding those notes a lot easier, as you can see which locations and people were in each session. I also really like that the important to remember spot, as it gives you a consistent place to put that key info, which is going to make going back and finding that stuff so much easier. Overall, this notebook is going to make taking and referencing your notes very easy, and I think any Candela Obscura player would really enjoy it. All told, I think these notebooks are great if you like the flexibility of the disc-bound system and you find the art style appealing, as well as if you're looking for a notebook specifically designed for Pathfinder or Candela Obscura, not just one that's like D&D or general character sheet. However, if you are someone who takes copious notes or has really, really big handwriting, these might not be the best, as you'll need to add a decent number of pages. But again, because of the disc bound, you can easily do that. So if these notebooks interest you, I suggest that you head on over to Cantrip Media and pick up one for yourself. Or you can head down to the link below and find out how you can win your own copy, as we are also giving away a copy of each of these player journals, one for Pathfinder and one for Candela Obscura, to 2 lucky winners. So to be clear, one person will win Pathfinder, one person will win Candela Obscura. I'd love to know what you think about these notebooks. Have you used them or any other products from Cantrip Media? What do you think? Let's talk about it more in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Roll for Initiative. Bye! Oh, I waved with my left hand this time. That was different.